Hey guys, and welcome to game number 49 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'm taking on the AI-powered Scrabble-bot BestBot in a 100-game match. Before I jump into today's game, I'd like to give a shout out to Cesar del Solar from the Woogles team for writing a really awesome article you can see featured on the top right section of the page here that features my series. As many of you guys have noticed and commented about, the luck in the series has been fairly streaky. BestBot started out really well, then I had a streak of a bunch of wins in a row. And Cesar wrote this article to kind of talk about why that happened and explain a little bit just how luck works in general and the math of luck and also BestBot's drawing algorithm specifically. So if any of you are curious about that, definitely give this article a read. Once again, you can find it on the Woogles homepage in the announcements section on the top right. Now, with all that in mind, let's go ahead and play some Scrabble. So, okie dokie. Looks like I'm going to be first this game, and I start out pretty well here. A lot of good bingo tiles. Unfortunately, the W makes it a little bit tricky. Almost something like Cowshed, but not quite. I could just play Witch over here for 24. That actually looks pretty decent. Keeps EDS. This does not take an S, it's worth mentioning. The plural of witch is witches. So yeah, I think this is fine. I don't really think I have a great way to get a 5-letter word without using the S. I could play Chide, but I definitely don't want to keep the W, so that's not a great play. Wids, it's just not worth it to get rid of the S. So yeah, let's go ahead and play Witch for 24. Okay, not the best draw here. I don't think I have any bingos. Gasified can't be spelled like that. Yeah, Gasified is spelled G-A-S-I-F-I-E-D, so this doesn't quite work. What I'm thinking of is Casified, which can be spelled C-A-S-E-F-I-E-D, which I believe means to turn into cheese, believe it or not. And gasify means, unsurprisingly, to turn into gas. But again, it's not spelled this way. It's spelled G-A-S-I. So that is not going to be playable. And yeah, I mean, a lot of this turn is going to depend on what BestBot does. Because right now, my options are not too great. I could play something like Feb. I don't love keeping the G. And alright, the bot plays Vaw. So keeping things pretty tight. Only 10 points. I have to assume, based on that the bot probably has a decent rack. It might also be trying to set up an S with Vaz. So obviously I have an S, the bot doesn't know that, but it may also have an S and be trying to set it up. I don't think I have anything good to play over there, though. I mean, I'm not going to play something like Fades and get rid of my S and also give back a huge scoring spot down the H column right here. That would be definitely unnecessary. It's too bad I didn't get a B, actually. I'm realizing now that would have given me feedbacks, which would have been pretty cool, but no such luck. I still think Fe is fine. I mean, this leave is not great, but it's not... It's still a good leave. By not great, I mean it's not the best bingo leave you could possibly have just because of the G. But there's no good way to get rid of both the F and the G. Like, I don't want to do this and keep 2 E's. It's just a little bit too vowel heavy. So I think I'd rather play Fe down here and see what the bot has in mind for the next turn. I don't think I have any bingos here. Definitely no 7s. Are there any possible 8s? And the bot does manage to bingo with Cortana's through the A. Do I still not have a bingo? I don't actually think so. It would have to be probably through this R or this T. Agatized can only be spelled with a Z. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are no bingos here, unfortunately. I'm not down all that much, though. I'm still only down 32. I have to imagine playing from this C is correct. I guess something like Cadge, most likely. I don't love this leave. I could play Caged as well, but I don't want to give back a huge spot on the second row here, right? Especially if the bot has the X. But even, say, an H or a W or something, even an M could cause a lot of damage playing across here and reaching the double letters, or the double word score. So I don't really want to do that if I can help it. So Cadge at least doesn't give back that spot because it puts the G next to the triple letter and thus he can only put a vowel there. So it's a bit safer. I think that's fine. I really feel like I need to use that spot and score some points. I don't love getting rid of my E, but I just don't see a good way to get rid of the G there and not get rid of the E. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And sorry guys, a little bit of lag there it looks like. Here, what do I have? I have Shaitans through this T for 74, so hopefully that stays open. I don't believe I have any 7s here, or any other playable bingos, as far as I know. Once again, which does not take an S, so I can't put anything there. Cadge does take the S, so if Shaitans gets blocked, I guess I don't even have much there. Like, what am I going to do? Shin, keeping 2 A's? That's pretty bad. Yeah, my next best options after bingoing with Shaitans are quite a bit worse. I don't think I have anything from the C, do I? Because the CH combo is fairly promising. Like, Casina is good, like this. But can't be spelled with an H in there. And, alright, Jura comes down, so Shaitans does thankfully stay open. So I'm going to go ahead and play that pretty quickly. And I draw the Q, which is obviously not great. The good news is I do have plays with it. I can play Cade or Kadi over here for 28. I could even just play QI here. So one of those likely to stay open. I could also consider holding the Q because I do have Cadged, and I can play Divot for a pretty good score. I can play Divot for 35 points, holding on to QY, which is obviously not great, but there's still 3 U's left. There's plenty more I's to draw to bail myself out next turn. So there's definitely some merit to doing that. Also taking out the hooks to Cadge, which are fairly numerous. It takes a D, an R, and an S. So I have options here, which is good. I mean, it's a bad rack, but at least I have some choices. All right, Monk comes down, so now I don't have any good plays as far as I can tell with Cadge. I could still play Ivy over here, but DOQT is pretty clunky. I mean, it does save Cot for next turn, which I guess is something. I guess I could also play Cot, come to think of it, instead of Cade. Maybe that's better, to save Ivy. Yeah, this is interesting, because Monk... Yeah, so do I think the bot is setting up an S? I guess that's the question to ask. Maybe? I mean, there's only 1 S left. How many more points would it have been if the bot played the S? So Monk was 25. With the S, it would have been 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 28, 30, 40 points. So 15 more. Yeah, 15's a lot to give up to hold an S, but at the same time, it is the last S, and that's a powerful spot. So I could see the bot maybe doing that to hold on to the S. It's certainly conceivable. If I do think the bot has an S, I probably should play Ivy, because it still scores 30 points. It gets rid of a V and a Y. And there's still 3 U's left. If I get one of the A's, I have Cot under the F and the E in Fat. I'm still threatening Cot through the A in Shaitans if that stays open, which has a pretty good chance of doing so. So I don't think that's a crazy idea here, holding on to the Q, just because I think there's enough of a chance that the bot has an S. I mean, is it possible the bot doesn't have an S? Absolutely. It could have had 3 consonants and just had no other good plays. Although the interesting thing is the bot could have also played Monk on the second row, right, under the E and Cadge, for pretty much the same score. It would have been 1 fewer point. And, yeah, that spot is probably a little bit less dangerous, because I'd really need a bingo, most likely, with the S to cause damage. Whereas with Monks, I guess it's not that easy to score a ton of points. Like, I can score 30, 40 pretty easily, but to really score a huge amount, I'd need at least a 5-letter word. So, I don't know. It's an interesting play. I feel like I have to assume there's a decent enough chance that the bot has an S after that. Like, I don't know for sure, but I feel like there's enough of a chance that it has an S that I should probably do this. Like I said, it's still 30 points. I have Cot available next turn. Hopefully it stays open. Let's do that. Alright, yeah, and I draw an I too. So odds are I'll be able to play at least Chi above Shaitans, if not Cot, unless the bot plays a big overlap there, in which case I would be a little bit foiled. So it is a little bit of a risk, hoping that stays open, but I still think playing Ivy is reasonable. Like I said, it's still 30 points, and I do get rid of some of the clunkers. It's not like playing Cod or Cade would have kept a good leave. I would have kept like D-I-O-V-Y or T-O-V-Y, which are certainly far from great as far as leaves are concerned. So yeah, probably going to play Cade or Coddy. Alright, that gets taken away with Zach, so QI almost certainly best. No reason to play QIS over here. It's 2 fewer points, and they seem pretty identical positionally. So no reason not to just take the 2 extra points and play QI over here. Yeah, no U for Cupid or Coit or anything like that. So, I mean, this has to be best. There's no reason now to keep holding onto the Q. So, let's do that. It's a pretty tight game. I'm up 30 points, but it's the bot's turn. A lot can still happen, though. There's still both blanks left. There's that S, which I still think there's a decent chance the bot held with Monk. Again, it's not like the kind of situation where I'm super confident it had the S, but I have to assume there's a greater chance than average, all else being equal, that it had the S. So, alright, my next turn here, if I'm fortunate enough to get an R, I'll have rebooted. That would be quite nice, and I don't quite get it. Oh, but I have booted here now, don't I? Yeah, that's pretty good. 44 points. Turning over 6 tiles is also great. 2 blanks left. We're about halfway through this game now, so every tile you turn over is going to considerably increase your chances of getting one of the blanks. So yeah, this is a great play here. Cleans up this rack, 44 points, and turns over 6 tiles. Yikes. Well, that is definitely not what I was trying to turn over tiles to get. 6 vowels. Goodness. I guess I'll have to play something like Bayou over here. I mean, it's still 24. Wow. Did the bot, like, peek at my rack there? I mean, how... They put an I there? Come on. And I can't do, like, anything. Because I have 6 vowels. How did the bot just know I was going to have so many vowels? That's so annoying. I mean, I, like, can't do anything. I mean, I'm not going to do this. Like, this doesn't even fully block it. Like, what am I going to do? I really have... I'm not going to do this. I mean, I'm not really winning by enough to justify that. I guess the thing is there aren't a ton of scoring tiles, right? Like, I mean, there are no tiles worth more than 4 points left. So barring a triple-triple, it's going to be hard for any truly devastating outcomes to come to fruition, right? Like, zing is not possible or anything like that. So I guess... It's so scary. There's 2 blanks left and tons of good bingo tiles. Like, I'm really horrified that the bot is going to triple-triple, but maybe I guess I could play Boa. Do I play Boa here? Saving 4 vowels? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think I gotta just play Bayou. I mean, it's so much better equity-wise. It's 6 more points. It gets rid of my U. It turns over an extra tile. Like, it's just so much better. I think I gotta do it. And just pray that a triple-triple doesn't come down. I don't know, guys. This is a super scary position. Like, I truly don't know what to do. But, like, I just don't feel like I can justify playing Boa here. If he triple-triples, I'm going to really regret it. But keeping AEU, like, there's plenty of ways I can easily get outscored if I do that. I think I'm going to do this. Still too many vowels. I mean, I can't say I'm shocked. I still kept 3 vowels on my rack. Well, you know, at least the good thing is there was only 113, so this game is not over. I'm down 67. If I can bingo, I still have a chance. So that's the good news, is that it was only 113, which is not a ton for a triple-triple. Yeah, I mean, if I had played Boa, the bot certainly still would have bingoed somewhere with that rack, right? Yeah, I mean, at the minimum, we could have played Continue from the C, which would have been a lot worse, but it still would have bingoed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just played Boa with that pool with 2 blanks unseen. I have no idea. Such a annoying situation. I think now I'm probably going to play Haying. I could just play Hay, but I really want to get some extra turnover for that blank, I think. I mean, this is a good leave. The problem is, it's not going to be that easy to bingo with it, I feel like, on this board, because the strength of this leave is the ing suffix. And the problem is, like, I have no good ways to hook this U if I'm using the I, the N, and the G, because right now the only tile I have that hooks the U is the N. And it's hard to bingo under booted without an R for Uer, because it's not that easy to start with a vowel. Yeah, I think I'm better off playing Haying. Gets me a few extra points, too, and gives me some more chances at R's or the blank or the S. I feel like this is a little bit better. Oh, come on. More vowels? Still have 5 vowels. Oh my gosh. Alright, GG. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, I don't think there's much to be done now. Definitely no way I'm coming back here. I mean, the bot could even bingo again. Look at this pool. Blank, EEERRST. Like, the bot could easily bingo again here. Yeah, this could end up going from a close game to like a 200-point blowout very quickly. If I'm not careful. Even if I am careful. Because, I mean, if the bot has a good enough rack, it's going to bingo. I can't really stop it. I guess do I just play... I probably should just play LOD. Like, I have to assume the bot has a better rack than me on average. And this at least stops some 7s and other plays ending in Turgites. I feel like this is best. I don't even really know anymore, but I'm definitely not winning this game, that's for sure. So Let's just do that. I got the S, but no blank. So I guess this is interesting, right? So the bot did not have the S with monk, as I thought it might earlier. So we'll want to look back at that and see what it had. I'm curious to see. Yeah, there's still that blank left. There's some clunky stuff now, though. FMP. So hopefully the bot doesn't bingo again, but we'll see. Yeah, this game got out of hand so quickly. Like, I felt like I was in pretty good shape after booted, and I drew 6 vowels, and the bot plays Irid, of all things, putting an I in the triple line. Like, it was as if the bot just knew I had 6 vowels. That was just ridiculous. Like, if I even had 5 vowels and 2 constants, I would have had some sort of respectable play there. Alright, the bot just plays M. So, I guess it's trying to bingo out. Is it likely to do that? Probably not. Maybe it probably can bingo to this ED a decent amount, though. So I should probably do something about that. Probably can't really bingo from this O very easily. It's not that easy to start with an O. So, yeah, let's just do something in this part of the board. Do I have anything? I don't want to go here, because that gives back a very easy line for 7s. Maybe, how about Slyer, actually? That's a pretty good play, because I should be able to go out next turn with RO on another tile. And this pretty much blocks the ED, unless he has a 10 ending in EDS, but that's hard to do. Because most nouns, or most words ending in ED are going to be verbs, or past tenses of verbs, as opposed to nouns. So yeah, this should stop most, if not all, bingos, I would think. Well, I drew the F, so there might be something. Let's see. Does he have anything on column B overlapping neutrino? Like pilots, pistol, petiole. There's several 7s. Top line, pot line. I must have blocked something to this ED, I would imagine. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow. Inserting the E between the R and the booted to make rebooted. A 5 overlap out bingo. That's insane. Yeah, I definitely did not see that. I mean, I don't think it really changes what I was going to do. Like, there had to have been something to that ED, right, that it could have had. Yeah, I could have played exploited there, right? Because, yeah, if I had tried to block the left, which I feel like would have been foolish, yeah, I could have played exploited with a blank X to that ED. Okay, so it was bingoing out no matter what I did. Is this his only bingo? It's just insane. Yeah, I mean, I thought about column B. I was only thinking about 4-way overlaps, though. I definitely was not thinking about rebooted. That's an insane find. I mean, obviously the bot's going to find it, but wow, that's just crazy. So this game ends 529 to 335, and if we go like 4 turns back, I was ahead. Gosh, that's just wild. I mean, let's go back to the beginning of this game. I feel like I played reasonably well. Witch seems fine. I guess I could play Witches. I didn't really think about that. But honestly, DES is such a strong leave, and this is much more defensive. I think that's fine. Wow. Interesting play. Vicuña is definitely much more standard here, shedding both the V and the U. Still setting up an S-hook. Yeah, Vol just gives back so much less because it doesn't give back those bingo floaters. And it sets up the S nicely with Vaz. So interesting play by the bot here, being very, very patient. I probably would have honestly played Vicuña here, figuring the RS leave is a bit more well-balanced than C and RSU. It's a little bit constant heavy, but interesting decision by the bot there. Yeah, Fe was not a fun play to make particularly, but I think it's fine. I don't really want to do this and give back, especially after a play like Vol. I don't want to, kind of like the bot was thinking, I don't want to give the bot floaters to work with. I'm thinking the bot's got a pretty good rack. I guess I could do this, but I mean, I think that this is 7 more points. The leave isn't considerably worse. Yeah, not much else to really do here. Cadge looks fine. It's better than Cage, like I said, to not give back that hot spot. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Jura, and then yeah, thankfully I do at least get Shadens down. Oh, so if I had the blank here, interesting. I would have probably gone with Nosp, personally. Maybe the bot wanted to partially block the Cadge hooks, too. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, like I said, this S-hook is really probably just not that big a factor. Because, yeah, I mean, I'll probably score high 30s, maybe 40 often, but it's just not that easy for me to actually bingo with the S, and there's only one S left. So, you know, it's probably one of those situations where it kind of looks alarming, but it's actually really not that alarming. Because like I said, if I don't get a 5-letter word at the minimum, I can't get to this double letter and really cause a lot of damage. So I'm going to need something like Soyuz there, which is pretty unlikely to score 50 plus points, really, without bingoing. So yeah, maybe it's just not all that scary. It's an interesting play. Yeah, this turn was tough. This is a horrible play. I didn't even consider that, but it's terrible. I mean, it takes a front A and a front O. That's just absolutely silly. So it's between Ivy and Cade or Cod, I think. I'm still okay with Ivy. Like I said, I get rid of the V and the Y. I have to assume, even if, you know, I didn't assume the bot had an S, but I had to assume it was somewhat likely to have the S. And I'm still likely to be able to get down Cod on my next turn. So I think this is perfectly fine. And yeah, the bot certainly didn't have an S. It had 6 consonants here, plus a blank. QI seems forced. Yeah, Plu here, booted. And this here is where things just started getting out of hand. I mean, the bot plays Irid for 24. I mean, really? Like, look at this pool. It's a little vowel heavy. I mean, 22 vowels, 20 consonants. Is that the whole reason why I played Irid? Just because I guess it's just so... It's such a high upside play. I mean, you have NT blank and you're drawing into a vowel heavy pool. Like, if this stays open, you're tripling so often, I guess. I mean, how many humans would actually have the guts to do this, though? Like, there's still a blank and an S and a bunch of E's and R's and really good bingo tiles. Wow. I mean, I get not playing red because that takes an A in addition to another I. Did take... Yeah, like, I would have had a hard time not just playing id. I mean, this looks like a very sound play. You keep INRT blank. You have to feel with 8 E's unseen, 5 O's, 3 A's, very confident that you're going to just bingo for 80 on like row 13 here with you or next turn. I mean, there seems like there's nothing wrong with this play. I mean, to me, I would be like, this is just not necessary. I'm down a little bit, but I have a blank. I'm in pretty good shape. I just cannot get over how the bot made this play. And I mean, just like, there could have been no worse time for this draw. Like, I mean, I have nothing that goes in that spot. Like, my best play there is Boa, which I saw. But, I mean, guys, look, it's 15 equity points worse. It's 6 fewer points, and the U is just so bad on top of those 3 other vowels. And Bayou still turns over another tile for those blanks. I mean, like, Irid could have kept another I or two. Like, it's not necessary, or not necessarily true that the bot has a blank with Irid. I have no idea. I mean, I still think I can't afford to play Boa here, but I don't even know. And then, yeah, things just completely got out of hand here. I don't think this is a bad play. I mean, oh, I didn't see this. Again, that rebooted fit. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is fine, too. Like, it might bingo more than AE, but with this pool with the blank and the S to one scene, I think this is fine. And then at this point, it's just game over, basically. I mean, it's possible this is probably better for spread. Yeah, I didn't see that spot. At this point, I'm not winning, though. And, the bot didn't want to bingo here? What? Why wouldn't you just bingo? Or play... I get not wanting to play Pelmet and give back that line. I mean, I guess I could hit something with Helpmeets. I would not have felt confident enough in my ability to bingo after playing EM there. Wow. I guess the bot just knew something I didn't. It just knew it was going to get that 5-way overlap and bingo out. Crazy. Yeah, like I said, I mean, we go back 1, 2, 3, 4 turns, and I'm up 46 points. 4 turns ago, before this game ended, I was up 46 points. I lost the game by 194. And I don't even think I played that badly. Just wild stuff. But that happens sometimes when you're playing BestBot. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, it was a pretty good game. Like, the game felt a lot closer than the final scoreline indicated. Because, like I said, I was up 46 points 4 turns before the end of the game. That's just actually wild. And then triple, bingo, fish, bingo out. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy with how I played that game. It just, it exploded in spectacular fashion for me at the end. But such is Scrabble sometimes, and we now fall to 20 and 29, and yeah, hopefully in game number 50 we can get a nice win to close out the first half of the series. So I think that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate all the support, and hope you guys enjoyed this one despite some tough breaks at the end and maybe learned something, and I look forward to seeing you all soon for game number 50. So thanks again for watching, guys, and have a good one. Bye-bye.